been playing through a modded version of The Witcher 3, which fixes everything wrong with the base game. One of the best things is it removes all levels from the game. That includes you, enemies, gear, quests. You're free to explore and do whatever you want, whenever you want. Now, this isn't going to be a full detailed mod overview. I'll link some of those for people interested. This is more a narrative experience. You're joining me partway through my journey across Ard Skellege as I aim to complete every Witcher contract I can find. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome to The Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition Redux.
Man, I got all the favorite bitches say I'm delicious. I'ma have all you motherfuckers laying in the ditch. I'ma kill all you rappers, I'ma aim with precision. They was rocking with your ass till they made a decision. All my friends making millions cause they know I'm my bitch. A lot of entertainers crash, I can see the collision. That's it to make the money, I was great at the division. I finna take all your food and I'ma eat up the dish. Everything up off the table, I'm starving. See a nigga ball Steve Harvey. Land moving fast like a Tony Doggy.
Naturally, I'm getting distracted on my way back to Holmstein. I'm basically doing an errand run for someone, collecting a family heirloom from some lads that abandoned a battlefield. I mean, I would have liked to ask them for it, but they kind of attacked first. Now, while we're flashing back, let me tell you about the combat system. First off, you have stamina, so you actually have to be a little bit strategic when you're taking a fight. You can't just spam dodge and rapid hit everything. You've actually got to think. On top of that, you have vigor for casting signs and a poise meter, which affects your ability to perform defensive actions like counterattacks. But the best bit about the combat overhaul is you actually get to aim all your attacks manually. Naturally, you're able to use a light or heavy attack, but then you're also able to use things like distance and defense modifiers to alter the kind of attack you actually want. So play badly and you're gonna get your ass handed to you, but play well and you're gonna destroy things very fast. Anyway, with my little side adventure of looting a Cyclops den done, it's time for me to rest on up and then complete the last leg of my journey.
Just got the keys to the mansion. Famous like Chris Brown dancing. Wonder why my bitch catch a tantrum. Really got the golf course landing. IJ house on New Year. NES got the whole crew here. Gator shoes here. I swear the shit feeling like a zoo here.
1, 2, 3, shield pro with the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, hopping on the jet. Tell her ice drops. We getting money, taking bets. Check my material on Halifax.
Got back your stolen horn, and I killed the thieves.
Shame that. They weren't evil men.
Didn't give me a choice. Where's my reward?
Take it. And next time, slay some damn monsters.
I mean, he's right, I really should, but there's just nothing for me here. There's no contracts, there's no work, there's nothing. So it's time to move on. So I follow the path, right, and it leads me to this cave. And as soon as I enter the cave, I start hearing weird sounds. And as I get deeper, there's not just weird sounds, there's voices as well, and they're deep voices, so I'm intrigued.
Onion, what he must be.
Trolls. Turns out to be trolls. Now trolls, some would say non-intelligent creatures. I would argue relatively intelligent, and they see me. Naturally, they're pissed off. They chase me out. I'm not gonna disrupt the troll. They've done nothing wrong, maybe, hopefully. I'm just gonna leave them be. I move on. I keep heading north. I'm still looking for work. I quite quickly arrive at the next town, a little village near a lighthouse, and I'd been here the week prior, and I've already sorted out their spectral problem, so there's no more work for me here either. But as I'm leaving Errand, I see a boy screaming for help, and so I run over, of course, gotta help a little boy. And his bear has been attacked by a dad. His dad has been attacked by a bear.
And a bear attacked him.
So he starts leading me over to where his dad has been mauled. And then out of the woods jumps a man. That's not a bear, that's a bandit. The boy has led me to bandits. Fuck kids, fuck these children. Fucking children, can't stand them. Luckily, there's only 3 of them, so it's not a massive issue, right? It's not a massive problem. It's fine. I move on with my day and I'm heading over to the next village. And I notice something's up. There's bodies on the floor. And guess what? It's more bandits. say, dealing with men normally fine. But when there's a lot of them, that's when it gets scary. And there are a lot of men here. A lot of men. Luckily for me though, their archers can't shoot for shit. So most of the men shot in the back of the head by their own guys. So that's fine. And with that, the population of the village returns to their state of being and come back to their way of life of working, living, chopping down wood. Sure, and I get some milk for my efforts. And I guzzle that milk down. And you know, it's quite nice. It's nice milk. It's cold, fresh. Cold and fresh? No, warm milk is fresh, Joe. That's not... So another day, and I'm setting another waypoint for the next nearest town. And as I'm traveling, I can use my Witcher senses just to follow the wind. I don't have to look at a map. I don't have to look at a mini-map the whole time. I'm just taking in the scenery. It's beautiful. My milk's guggling in my belly. I'm having a joyous ride. But as I'm approaching the next town over, something's wrong. There's a big old commotion.
We've offended him, Sven. The woodland spirit seeks revenge. This here is him saying we've strayed from the old paths.
Offended him? The monster's killed 5 already. He doesn't give a rat's arse about paths or tracks or me or you. He's a ploughing beast from the ploughing forest.
Split his ribcage. A strong one, this spirit of yours.
That's so. And who might you be?
Geralt. I'm a witcher.
This village is home to decent folk only. You won't find any work here.
Sure about that? Beast that did this, it's aggressive and incredibly strong. I can help you for a price.
I like this man. Ply your trade, Witcher. I believe we will agree terms.
So one of the locals has been murdered. Murdered, killed, brutalized. It's horrific. And it's not natural. I mean, maybe it is natural because a beast has done it, but it's not human natural. It's gross. The corpse is all mangled by a tree, it's been clawed, and it's not the first time. Apparently, it's not the first time this has happened, but at this point, it's looking like the village is kind of semi-divided on the matter. The older generation is kind of like, leave it be, it's always been there. And the younger people, the logical people, going, yeah, there's a beast killing us, let's deal with it. So, yeah, we should probably deal with it.
Come see me, we'll figure us a fair price for the beast's head.
So I investigate the woods a little bit. I have a peep around. To me, it's looking like a leshen, right? I mean, even from the first corpse, you could probably guess it's a leshen because it's been mauled by branches. What other beast can do that? So yeah, this is kind of scary. Leshens are creepy and evil and a nightmare to deal with. So Leshens tend to live near-ish people in the woods, but near people. Right? And they feed off the life source of the people and slowly drain them, basically, through magic. They're magic beasts. I don't know how they do it. It's magic. But they can also achieve immortality by living alongside people. So a Leshen can mark someone, and as long as that person lives, the Leshen cannot die. If it's killed, if it's slain, it'll just be reborn. So can't get rid of this Leshen if someone's been marked, and someone in the village has been marked.
So, find out who's mates with the beast?
It's not intentional. The marked individual has no idea.
You don't know the elders like I do. Every last one of them codgers would surrender his mother to please the monster. And no point in mincing words. Said yourself, the monster's helper must die first.
No one needs to die. The marked one should leave the village. That's enough. If they never return, the Leshen will never be reborn.
We must banish her. Said so yourself.
But she's one of us. For the good of the village, Sven.
I don't know the woman, I don't know their dynamics, but the village agrees to exile her. I'm hoping they exile her and they just kill her off screen. I'm hoping she's exiled. A lot of people were crying. I'm hoping she just left the village. Anyway, with that sorted, it's time for me to see to this Leshen. And I'll be honest, I'm nervous. This is an old Leshen. This is an old, a wise, a smart boy. Fierce and big, probably. Guessing by the claw marks, it's probably pretty big. So it's time for me to dive into some alchemy, because a big boy needs some big prep. Now, the alchemy system in the mod is actually really nice. You can go quite deep with it, learning about ingredients and their quality and all that, but it's actually quite simple. Basically, every alchemy ingredient bubbles down to just one of 6 base alchemy substances. So things like herbs and monster claws with the same base substance can be substituted in for each other, but the rarer the ingredient, the better the effects of the potion you brew. And at this point, I've gathered enough resources to basically brew anything I need to. So that's what I'm doing. I'm preparing a potion to increase my sign intensity so I can use Igni, and I'm also making some fire bombs because this guy's made of wood. I'm just gonna try and keep him on fire. I'll be real, that fight was a lot harder than I thought it would be. And it wasn't because of the lesson, it was just because of those fucking dogs. My god, they would not pack it in. They would not pack it in. I think I struggled so much because I'm in heavy armor at the moment, so I was struggling to run around. So I might need to switch it up a bit, to be honest. Anyway, job's done. Let's head back. Fuck. Fuck.
Hey! Hey! Look at this. Told you the Witcher had solved this.
What happened?
You rid us of the beast, we rid ourselves of its accomplices. Don't worry, our agreement stands. I earned your coin, you did.
Nothing's changed. Leshin's gone, true, but a murderer still haunts the village.
Your work is done, Witcher. You've done your part, and I've done mine.
You people aren't worth the trouble.
Don't understand a thing, do you, Witcher? Guess you don't need to. Killing monsters, that's what you're good for. So best be on your way, because there's no monsters left round here.
So it's been a little while since the incident at Fairland. Was it Fairland? Fairland? Anyway, after that, I kind of wandered around for a couple of days, ended up stumbling into a big old bug nest, and oh god, I ran into a very similar issue as I had with the wolves. I just kept getting swarmed and just too big and clunking in this armor to move around efficiently. So I thought I'll head on up to Caretrolder, I'll go see a blacksmith and see if I can sort myself out with some lighter armor. But when I arrived, I forgot. I had to go and see Crag on Crate, because I had helped him out and he wanted to give me a reward. So I kind of get whisked away, speak to him before I even get a chance to see the blacksmith. But he gives me a nice new sword, a nice silver sword, so pretty nice. However, while we're having a nice little chat, he's hosting a feast and someone's poisoned the mead, turned some of the men into bears. Naturally, the bears go a bit bonkers, kill everyone. Not good. Basically, it got a bit political. We sorted it out, found the culprit, and Skellege elected their new ruler, Queen Ceres. Hooray, praise be. Anyway, with that whole side fiasco sorted, I'm back to Caretrolder to talk to a blacksmith, sort myself out, and I end up realizing I actually have some old light armor just laying about on Roach. So I put that on, but I treat myself to a new axe. Not used an axe before, so gonna be interesting. Excited to see how it performs compared to a sword. So yeah, while I'm here, I'm checking the notice board. I'm looking for some more work and, you know, contracts are plenty. Let's go talk to this man.
Listen, Witcher, got us some weird diaboling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Now, typically for any kind of monster, you think you'll need to use silver to kill them, but steel works just as well. You only really need silver for something like a werewolf or, you know, a spectre. So here I'm not locked into using a silver sword. I can actually just try out my new axe. That being said, I do actually nearly die to just 2 drowners. They're meant to be chill to deal with. I'm feeling a bit sluggish, so I think I'm going to use the new sword I got from Crag on Crag, because I think that'll be easier. And also, quite luckily, the new silver sword I was given actually does some frost damage, which is pretty good versus drowners. So that works out quite well. So now I basically venture deeper into the drowner's nest to clear through the rest of them, and I find it's not just a drowner in here, there's also a water hag. She's out at the moment, so I've just got to wait around for her to turn back up. And I'll be real, it's just a water hag. It's not that hard. It's like dealing with a drowner that can throw mud at you. So numbers mean nothing in the tunnels, and they're dead, basically, and that's that.
Seen a lot of ugly critters in me life. Morays, lampreys, blobfish, but never nothing like this. Your reward. Well earned, Witcher. Well earned.
I foolishly picked up another contract from someone requesting I hunt down some stolen goods, which naturally means it's going to be another wild goose chase, hunting down bandits just to find one item.
I'm the trouble starter, pumpkin instigator. I'm the fear addicted, danger illustrated. Fire starter, twisted fire starter. Oh. I'm the bitch you hated, filth infatuated. Yeah. I'm the pain you tasted, well intoxicated. I'm a fire starter, you're a fire starter.
And after all of that, I still haven't found this damn sword I'm looking for. I don't know what it is with family heirlooms going missing on this island. But anyway, during this whole process, I do realize why I was struggling to use the axe earlier. And it's because with a two-handed axe, you can't actually make any leaping hits like you can with a sword. And that's kind of my bread and butter when it comes to fighting, you know, leaping in when there's a good chance and then getting out when it's looking a little bit frisky. So I think I'm gonna stick with a sword for a while. Anyway, given that I've traveled across the whole island, I think I may as well check in at the local village, see if there's any work for me down here before I have to go back up north to another corner of the island to hopefully find the stolen sword that I'm looking for.
Oh, a Witcher. You're about the dragon, I reckon.
Now I know what you're thinking, witches don't kill dragons, and you're right, witches don't kill dragons. You know, they're sentient creatures and they're endangered, so no, witches don't kill dragons. However, they are extremely rare, so the odds of this actually being a dragon, very slim, so I decide to investigate, you know, see what's happening. First step is looking at the bodies of a supposed dragon attack, and yeah, they've kind of been ripped apart a bit, but no flame, no nothing, and relatively intact. Dragons are quite big, you know? Surely there'd not be much left of someone attacked by a dragon. So I go out and investigate and look around where the bodies were found. And I quickly pick up on a trail of blood, basically, and it leads me straight to the nest of the creature. And this is no dragon nest. This is the nest of a forktail, and a forktail is not quite a dragon.
No point waiting. Gotta rustle up some bait. How do you call a sheep? Here, sheepy sheepy? Hey sheep, come here. I got us a fork-tailed hound.
So forktails are relatively active during the day. That's when they hunt. So it's a good time to set out some bait. But one important thing about forktails, other than their forky tail, which is sharp, is they've got really tough skin. So much so that I've actually prepared a corrosive oil to put on my sword. Yeah, it'll wear down my sword a bit, but it means I can actually attack this guy. Now, my number one tip for fighting any kind of draconid is to use Axii while they're flying, because it messes with their brain and they're gonna fumble, they're gonna fall. And when they're grounded, you can actually get some damage out. When forktails are on the ground, they're actually still pretty quick, and it's not just the tail you've got to look out for. Honestly, I think the head is more dangerous than their namesake. Now I am actually able to sort of move and dance around this guy quite efficiently because I'm in this light armor. However, it doesn't actually offer that much protection, so if I get hit once or twice, I am dead.
Solved your problem.
And? That it? Tell me more. Did the dragon breathe fire? Spit venom?
That was no dragon. It was a fork-tail. Looks similar, but it's smaller. Less dangerous.
Less dangerous, you say? But your reward ought to be less as well.
Listen, we agreed to a specific sum.
Aye, for a dragon.
So I found that sword I was sent to track down, and it turns out they were gonna return it anyway. So I should just really stop getting involved in this kind of stuff. I should really stop getting involved. So we're jumping forward again. I've just been doing busy work, nothing that exciting. First off, given I've been collecting all these monster heads, I thought I may as well sell them and treat myself to something nice. So I headed back to the mainland and went shopping, went crafting, sorted myself out with a new sword, which does more damage when I alternate between light and heavy attacks, which seems pretty powerful to be honest. And I also sorted myself out with some medium weight armor, you know, something in between the heavy and the light. And I think this is probably the sweet spot for how I like to play. Now, some of you may have noticed the new UI change as well. This is a complete UI overhaul designed by Vladimir Vilimovsky, who is now actually working as the UI lead on the next Witcher game.
Took care of the ghosts. Crypt is safe.
Thank you for your help, white-haired one. We'll make a sacrifice to Freya in your name.
Anyway, we're actually drawing close to finishing our journey. We've just about scoured every notice board we can find. I've been to Blandair, a town that makes a living from mining and shepherding, and some of the miners got into a bit of trouble with a troll. I guess they don't know to just leave a troll be, so I gave the troll a telling off.
Wham-a-wham mans again. I'll swish-a-swash-a-swunk you.
No more troll wham.
So now I have just one town left to visit.
Where should I look for your son?
East of here, midst the ruins of the fortress. He went there with some rogues from Pharaoh. Met him at the tavern. They filled his head with nonsense about some treasure.
How'll I recognize him?
At last I saw him, he was wearing a yellow tunic. Lovely. None other like it in the village. Got it from me a year back, on his birthday.
That ought to do it. I'll look around. No promises, though.
So the last Witcher contract, and I'm looking out for some missing people. And it's not long till I realize this isn't going to be a simple look for some guys lost in some ruins. And even quicker do I find the cause. A quick peep and I know it's a fiend. A giant goat-like creature on steroids. And they are dangerous. Typically they will avoid humans, but this one seems to have ventured a bit too close to civilization and already causing a problem. So I'm wasting no time to get on it, because this thing needs to be sorted as fast as possible. Now, fiends are ridiculously strong. Even in my new armor, he's still going to do a chunk of damage just in 1 or 2 hits. So to counter this, I've chugged down a blizzard potion to give me a little bit of reaction time for each move he makes. On top of this, fiends regenerate ridiculously fast. They have a lot of health. So again, to offset this, I've equipped my sword with a couple of runes to 1, cause more bleeding, and 2, do a bit of poison damage. And just as I think I have the upper hand, the fiend reveals another trick it has up its sleeve. Its third eye. He locks me in a trance, I'm hypnotized, and I cannot see shit. He escapes. I'm left to lick my wounds as he retreats to lick his. But still, I don't want to wait long. So I chug down some milk to heal myself up, and I rest for the shortest time possible. And as soon as I'm healed, I'm hot on the trail. I'm ready for round 2.
must be old age.
Greetings. Any tidings?
Bad ones. Your son's dead, killed by a fiend. All I could do was avenge him.
I told him, son, nothing good ever came out of Ferg. Stay home. Your time will yet come for adventures and glory.